Woo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? How are y'all doing tonight? All right, let's see. Okay. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of settling. Man, it's been one of those days, y'all. It's been one of those days on one of those weeks. My Lord, let me see something. Man. Explode. Anyway, we're talking about selling. Are y'all sick and tired of selling? We're going to talk about it tonight. We are going to talk about it tonight. Woo. Man, I'm so sorry, y'all. Normally, for the last, I don't know how long, it's been Markland Mondays. I've been doing this thing on Mondays. Every Monday, well, just about every Monday. I missed a couple. Where I would tune in, or where y'all would tune in to listen to me rant and rave about all of the things relationship-based and so forth and so on, right? It's been one of those days, and I'm doing things a little bit differently because no longer is it Markland Mondays, but instead it is the CM Show, the Chris Markland Show, the CM I Am He. Who am I? I am an author, entrepreneur, YouTuber, and of course now podcast host. And I've written a few books. You might want to check them out. The link's in the bio section. But who I am though is a man that loves love. I love love in all shapes, iterations, forms, and so forth. May not be my thing, but hey, if you love it, so do I. More importantly, I love black love, right? But before we get into it, y'all, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend about what I do. Tell a friend about this show. Let them know that, yo, look at that Jamaican dude that's on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, hey, holla at your boy. The comment section is on. I can see it all. Let me know what y'all have got to say, what y'all are thinking, because, hey, I want to hear it. So like I said, tonight we are going to be talking about excuse me, are you settling? Now earlier, the previous show we talked about, man, what did we talk about? It was one of them, man, what did we talk about? Just had a serious brain fart. What the hell did we talk about last show? Y'all, somebody comment section, let me know what we talked about last time. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I'm having that kind of a brain fart. But yeah, we talked about that on the last show. What we talked about, excuse me, as my computer now decides to lag and make me look silly. Not that I really needed that much help in doing so. That's what we talked about. What's your type? Good Lord. When I tell you it's been one of those days, it's been one of them damn days. What we talked about was what's your type. And when we went into that conversation, we had some really good feedback as far as what people were looking for, what their type was, that kind of thing, right? And what a lot of people said they wanted someone else. One person in the chat, she said someone had to be over 6 feet. Another person said that person had to be over 9 inches. Y'all know what they're talking about, and a couple of people said that they needed a man that was a provider. And, a few of the dudes said that they needed a woman, who looked a certain way. Me personally, I like them a little thick. We talked about that as well. So tonight we're going to be talking, we're going to be digging into that and a little bit more about, are you settling? Yes, you have your type. You know what it is you want. But you know what? Before we get into it, shout out to one of my new subscribers, and the Black Box, the Black Candle Box. Let me be clear. This candle tonight is called Waterfall. Y'all, it's been raining like hell in the great state of Atlanta, so I love this one. The name of this one, let's see. The one that we had the other day was just banging. My God. Woo. Oh my God, these damn things smell so good. And as always, y'all, when it comes to the Black Candle Box, during the show or, pretty much for the duration, if you go to theblackcandlebox.com, let me put this up here for some of y'all. Oh, don't want to show that off just yet. So theblackcandlebox.com, and just in the promo code is going to be CM Show. You'll get 15% off of any purchase over $25. When I tell you these things smell great, and you know what? She told me the other day to make sure that I trim the wax or whatever. So I love the fact that she being the owner of the company, she was like, "Hey, make sure you trim the wax because it's going to burn up or burn high." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that, but y'all, I kind of like the flame." Anyway, let's get back into it. So the show the other day when we were talking about, the things that you wanted, right? Excuse me. When we were talking about what's your type and the things that you wanted in your type, it really got me to thinking about, okay, you know what it is, you know what your type is, you know the things that you want, but if you don't get those things, are you literally settling if you end up with someone who doesn't have the traits, who doesn't have the characteristics, who doesn't have the things that you say are your type, the things that you want? And I was talking to my homeboy earlier today, and he's like, "Yo, man, with your wife, did you settle?" And I was like, "Nah, I didn't." And the reason why I can say that with all the confidence, and there's a lot of damn noise back here in the studio. I don't know what the hell them people are back there doing. But anyway, one of the things that, during our conversation with me and him as we were chopping it up, and he asked me that question because, we were talking about this. One of the things that he told me, that he said was, he asked me, I should say, was like, "Yo, are you settling?" And the reason why I was able to answer confidently that I was not was because, one, therapy, and two, you're not settling if you realize that this is who I want to be with and you make the decision to do so. Now, does that mean that you're getting everything you want? No. Like we were talking about the other show, Rihanna, whoever she ends up with, she's settling because me and her, but we're not going to get into that tonight. It's just the fact of the matter, right? It's with therapy, because as y'all know, I've been married twice before and, just going through a lot of stuff. And that's why one of the reasons why I'm able to speak on this relationship stuff is because your boy's been through it a little bit. I've been the good, the bad, the ugly, and all of that stuff when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage. In my current marriage, my own, where I am now, I realized that through therapy that a lot of the things that I thought I was looking for, that I thought I needed, I didn't. A lot of the things that I did need, I wasn't getting. And therefore, I was able to realize, okay, you know what? You don't necessarily need that. It's something that was caused by something else in your past. You do need this because it's something that you're not now. A real good friend of mine, shout out to Erica. She always says, make sure that you're being fed and that you're feeding your partner. Because just like anything else, if you're not being fed, you're going to starve. And what happens with the human body, or just, animals in general, or just anything that's starving, they start lashing out. If you're drowning, what do you start doing? You start kicking and screaming because you are fighting to be alive. The same thing comes with your relationships. If you're not being fed in your relationship, you're going to start lashing out. And that's when cheating, that's when, infidelity and all of that stuff comes in. So what I realized was, damn, what is it that I do need to be fed? And that's with my wife. I realized, your boy is being fed, so therefore I'm not settling. That's one of the things that, like I said, when he and I spoke about that. All right. So, a lot of people, however, that do settle, the reason why is because they're hiding in their comfort zone. And by that means that they find the people that they date. They don't go out and find that person. They just look for people who are either conveniently located, meaning you pick up this device and you swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, swipe left. There isn't really a lot of effort that's needed to go into dating anymore, right? You don't have to, necessarily, and especially right now, you got the beer virus going on, coronavirus and all that other stuff, and the D variant, E variant, Delta variant, all that good stuff, right? So it is more difficult now. However, even before that, dating as a whole, in my opinion, was starting to decline. And, and I put a lot of that on us fellas, but also, the recipients of dates, usually man, woman. And also, before we get into it, let me make sure that I let y'all know. This is an adult conversation. We be having adult conversations over here on the CM show, right? The people that chime in, you may see some stuff. Shout out to Casey Carter, and we're going to have some adult conversations. We're going to talk about a lot of things that are adult oriented. So if you are shy, if this ain't your thing, hey, you might want to just hit that, end button and tune in somewhere else. It's not good. It may be one of them things where, hey, this ain't necessarily the show for you. But for those of you that are there, hey, definitely, make sure that this is what you want to listen to. All right. So just want to make sure I put that warning out there that this is an adult show. So now back to where, what I was saying was, a lot of times when it comes to dating, we end up finding people that are convenient to us. Be it you're looking in church, be it, it may be, your school, your work, whatever the case may be. Or like I said, you're swiping left, swiping right on your phone. And because you don't necessarily put in the work, in order to find a good partner, you end up with what's left, what's convenient. And then instead of you saying, you know what, hey, this isn't a good person for me, you take what it is, and ultimately what happens is you're not happy. And when you're not happy in a relationship, that tends to lead to resentment. And once you resent that person, it's a wrap, game over, it's done. All right. I think that's where the therapy comes in, what I referenced earlier. If you don't go and get therapy and work on yourself, get yourself going, work on who you are and what it is that you are bringing to the table, the proverbial table, that's what the buzzword that everybody's talking about. It can be a pain in the butt because guess what? Nobody knows. Work on this real quick. If you're not working on yourself, if you're not learning who you are, so therefore knowing what you like, what you don't like, what you will accept, what your thresholds are, good and bad, you don't really know. So you're going to take whatever people give you. And also on the flip side, not even on the flip side, but you also, did it freeze? Okay, I don't know what the hell just happened here. Huh, that's weird. All right. The hell just happened here? Never seen that before. That's interesting. That was different. That's where it's always something, boy. When you're doing this thing live, my God. Anyway, If you don't know what it is you like, and also if you're not willing to step out of your comfort zone and do different things, go to different places. Don't just stay in your house swiping left and right. You're laying up on the couch thinking that you're going to find your boo by going to Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Christian Mingle, or all of those different dating apps, right? If you keep going there thinking that you're going to find the one, you're going to be sorely disappointed. The odds of you finding love based on swiping left, swiping right, whatever, is slim to none. You got to get out of your comfort zone. I have a friend, right? They traveled out of the country. Well, technically not out of the country. They went to Puerto Rico and a few other places prior to that. However, no matter where they go or wherever they go, they end up eating at the same restaurant. They would go to McDonald's or something like that because I don't want to eat that stuff over there. I know this. They stuck in their comfort zone. So here it is. They went all the way, to a Caribbean island, even though it's still a part of the U.S., but for all intents and purposes, it's a foreign country, right? So instead of them going out of their comfort zone and trying something new, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Fuck it. You don't like it. At least you tried it. But instead of even trying it to say, hey, do I like this? Will I like it? Nah, they wouldn't even give it a shot. A lot of people do the same thing when it comes to dating. They won't even try it. And speaking of trying it, y'all try to hit that like button for me. We're building this thing over here, so I'm going to need y'all to, hey, like, share, subscribe. But let me know. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. As long as you hit a button, let me know that you at least are here, okay? So it's one of those things, you got to get out of your comfort zone, because if not, you are inevitably going to settle. A lot of people, they end up dating people that are on their social media connections, meaning if somebody not subscribed, if somebody added you as a friend or started following you, then you hit the DMs and start talking. No. You've got to get out from behind the computer, out from behind your phone, get out and meet new people in new places, do different things. You cannot hide in your comfort zone and expect love to just come. Don't work that way. All right. Because if not, you're inevitably just going to end up settling for whoever does come falling into your DMs. It's like, all right, since that's all I have, that's all I have. All right. You got to get out of that comfort zone. Um, it's one of those things, y'all, where, I got a buddy of mine. And this conversation that we're having tonight about, are you settling? It really has been on my heart for a while because I got a couple of really good friends. And one of the things that has always, to a certain extent, I don't want to use the word bothered me, but damn it bothered me because it's like, it's a big ass world out there. I'm from Jamaica, so I can pretty much say I've been to a foreign country, right? Yeah. But I have traveled the world a little bit, and I've been a couple places, used to drive trucks, so I've seen a few things, right? And this dude, real good friend of mine, has not went further than Florida. Maybe Myrtle Beach. I don't know. He's very limited in his scope. So therefore, because he hasn't experienced something, the world to him is about as large as the state of Georgia, more specifically the city of Atlanta, right? So if you don't get out and expand your horizons, as they say, you're going to settle for only what it is you know. But once you see the world, know that, think about it, with social media such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's a big ass world out there. If you don't get out there and see it, you're only going to get the small little bit that is right there on the screen, however big it may be it the size of the phone or the size of your laptop, whatever. Get out there and see the world so that way you can see more. And once you know more, you're going to have more and you're going to have more options because now you know what? I appreciate what you're doing, chick, but no, thank you. I want someone I can talk about this, talk about that, not just settle because you got a big ass booty. It's like, yo, you cute. No, there's more to it than that. So, it's y'all, when I tell you, I've just been writing down some notes on this because this topic is really, really, it's really important to me. I've got one friend as well, and I sound like an old man. Back in the day, there's one friend of mine. She, very attractive woman, right? However, she settles for men that are less than worthy. I wish I could, say it a different way, but they are less than worthy of who she is, in my opinion. Because like I said, there are certain things as far as who she is, how she carries herself, that if she really and truly wanted to, she could have a much better caliber of men. And like I said, I'm going to get into this high caliber men in a minute, but we'll talk about that in a second. Because of the type of men that she wants, she ends up settling for men who don't, as they say, bring anything to the proverbial table. So what she instead of having a man that is a go-getter, who's going to get his ass up and go to work and, be that provider man that we talked about on the last CM show. Instead of her getting that kind of man, instead what she has is that dude, like, the hobosexual, the kind of guy that will, basically trade D for somewhere to stay. That kind of thing. And there's nothing healthy about that. Absolutely nothing healthy that's going to come from that scenario. And ultimately what it's going to lead to is your heart being broken, which is what happened to her. So instead of the man elevating her and then her in turn helping him elevate and them working together to build that life, if you will, instead they're just going lower and lower and lower and lower. Why? Because she settled for somebody. She'd rather have somebody in the bed with her as opposed to having somebody in the grind with her where they're working together to build up instead of somebody that's literally an anchor bringing her down. That's what happens when you settle, when you realize that, okay, you know what? Let me just be with this person because of that. Y'all, that's not the same as if, you say, you know what? I want a guy that's 6'3", but I realize that man right over there, he may be 5'10", but damn it, that's a grown ass man. That's not settling. That's you making a decision. I'm in real estate. I'm a real estate agent, been one for a while. And one thing, we talked about it in the last show where we talked about appraisals, your value, where you may see a house that, okay, it's a shack, but the owner wants to sell it for $5 million. You can sell it for whatever the hell you want to, but ain't nobody buying no shack for $5 million, right? It's not worth it. The value of the home is not worth it. Therefore, the appraisal's off. It's not going to happen. However, if you make the decision that, you know what, I really want $5 million, but I know that the market will only bear $500,000 or 50,000. You sell it for what it's worth. That's not settling. That's you making the decision, the wise decision to go this route instead of I want all these things. That's not the same thing. And a lot of times, a lot of people get it twisted where, well, I'm not going to settle. No, then you're going to find your ass alone too. He needs to be 6'3". She got to have a big, no, you have to realize that, you know what? The decision to be happy is not the same as settling. However, just because I want something doesn't mean that that's what's going to come to me. All right. So you got to ask yourself, do I want to be alone? Do I want to be alone? Or do I want to make the decision to be happy? Can't have it both ways. Something's got to give. This is interesting. I don't know why this thing's doing that. So it's let me hear what you guys have got to say. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I know it's a little bit of short notice. What I try to do is I wanted to try something a little bit different tonight. Normally, like I said in the past, when I was doing the Markland Mondays, and obviously built into the name is the word Monday, but instead I'm like, with this CM show, I want to do something different. I really, just wanted to, instead of, thank you, Mike Glass. I appreciate that. Knowledge is power. And one of the reasons why I'm talking about settling and things like that, and also the other conversations when it comes to love and relationships, is not just because, it's not just because I want. It's a little bit selfish. I'll be honest with you. I am blessed to be with a woman that I love, that I care about, that actually can deal with me and my weirdness and my sense of humor, et cetera, et cetera. And y'all, it's a good feeling. And I've also, just being real honest with y'all, being real vulnerable. Let's get some sad music going. I also know firsthand what it's like to be lonely, where you want to be with somebody, you want somebody to love you genuinely, and that person's not there. I also know what it's like to be with somebody who really and truly doesn't do shit for you but bring you pain and heartache. I've been through all of those scenarios, so I don't want anybody to have to deal with that stuff like I did. So that's why, when I started writing my books and talking about love and just relationships and the struggles and the pain and the heartache that goes along with that, I wanted to tell stories in my books about love. And when it comes to this CM show, I want to talk about love and all of the stuff that goes along with it. If you guys, hold on one second for me. That had to take a swig of water. Anyway, and I just posted the link. So if you want to join me in the chat, it's a Zoom call. Just make sure that you please disconnect your audio and connect your audio. Make sure that you turn off if you have anything in the background, because Lord knows that damn loop is a pain in the butt to listen to. Let me see here. Let me go back into my notes. So let's see. One of the build-a-boos, like my man said, them project chicks. A lot of that kind of goes back into what I was talking about with the young lady that I referenced earlier. She's one of those, and I know there are plenty of people that do that talk about people who are build-a-boos. They'd rather be with somebody that they have to build up. Shouldn't be that way. Okay, because what happens is you're settling for someone that is less than, and I don't mean that in a derogatory manner or way or anything like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that your level. Okay, now I'm not saying that you overinflate your value or like we said, your appraisal. I'm not saying that, but where you are, and you also damn well know when someone is quote unquote beneath your level. If you keep going for people who are beneath your level because it's easier to deal with, because you know that you won't get hurt, that's a problem. That's a big ass problem. Okay. So, the same thing goes to project chicks or the build-a-boos. There's a lot of times you'll see a dude with a woman like, what's his name? Tiger Woods. Where old boy was, remember Tiger Woods and the Walmart waitress? you know when you're here and that person's there. Instead of you elevating that person, up here, or them elevating themselves, you're choosing somebody there and bringing them up because you know that you're quote unquote better than them. That's what I'm saying when it comes to settling and you doing stuff like that. You're settling for someone that you know is not on your level and it's easy for you to deal with, right? And that's where, once again, therapy. That's something I stress a whole hell of a lot. Y'all, when I do my Ready to Love reviews and, oh shit, wait a minute. Ready to Love is coming up next month. Oh shit. Yeah. The TV show Ready to Love, where on the OWN network, basically they bring in 10 men, 10 women, and it's competition style show. Y'all see the links. I got a lot of videos on the YouTube channel. Go check them out. But on that particular show, I always talk about the fact that all of the couples that come on that show, the first thing they need to do, or the individuals that come on the show, the first thing they need to do is have damn counseling. All right. You've got to get help to learn who you are, so that way you won't keep making the same mistakes because you think that you need something when in reality you don't. What you end up doing is you call yourself settling or whatever, and in reality what you're doing is you're repeating patterns. You're repeating trauma or patterns based on past emotional trauma. You cannot keep doing that. Excuse me. It's one of those things where if you don't heal yourself, then how can you expect to go into a healthy relationship when you yourself are broken? And a lot of people are like, I don't need no therapy. The hell you don't. If you're alive in this world with all of the nonsense, like we talked about coronavirus, we talked about, all of the stuff that make us who we are emotionally, there's a lot of bullshit in there. And if you don't clean that stuff out, you're just messing it up. And you're going to continue to have broken relationships. Now, that's not to say that there is such a thing as perfection and you're never going to have problems. That's not the case. However, if you at least are aware of certain things like your triggers or, the things that bother you, the things, start looking for certain things that you do, that your partner does. If you're not aware of them, every time they happen, you're going to get into defense mode. At my therapy session the other day, we talked about my triggers, the things that fight, flight, or freeze, right? Those things where when something is said, how I react to it. Y'all, I'm Aries, I'm Jamaican. Shit, if you say the wrong thing, I'm popping off. It's like, but that's not healthy. Because now if I pop off, she pops off, where the hell are we? Now we're just going at each other's throats. And like my therapist, used to say, I'm not the problem, she's not the problem. The problem is the problem. So if you don't fix those things, then you are going to get into bad relationships. And instead, what you do in order to not get into a bad relationship, what you do instead, you find somebody that's less than and you settle for that person because you think they won't hurt you. Or you settle for a person that, well, they're beneath me anyway, so even if they leave, it ain't no big deal. No. Oh, so what you're doing is you're playing with people because of your emotional pain. Let's see what Crawford has to say in the chat. Let's see. I was settling, putting in way more than I was receiving. He didn't listen, had no emotions or feelings. I decided to walk away. No hard feelings, just didn't work. Shanika. Okay. That's interesting. Let's talk about that. I was settling, putting in way more work than I was receiving. No doubt. No doubt. Because think about it. Y'all, as a man that's been married as many times as I am, you think I was a Hollywood star. I know the amount of work that it takes into having a successful marriage, more specific, and just a successful relationship. It's a lot of damn work. I think that Instagram and reality shows and stuff like that has gotten the game twisted to where people think that, oh shit, all I got to do. No, this shit is work. Relationships are work. You got to put in that work. You work 40 hours plus on your job. That shit's work, right? It's no different when it comes to your relationships. It is work. And if you ain't putting in that work, sooner or later, it's going to fail. You got to put in that work. And if you're putting in all the work and your partner isn't, there's an old saying that the one least interested in maintaining a relationship controls the relationship. What that means is the person that cares the least about the relationship controls the direction in which the relationship goes, because if they're not interested in keeping it, they're going to dip. And what Shanika Shanika Crawford, Miss or Crawford is saying right here is the person that's putting in more work than she was receiving. Yeah, she's gonna get it's painful. And what she's saying here, which is appreciate you sharing this, is she decided to walk away because he wouldn't listen, had no emotions, no feelings. That's got to be tough. And you're right, therapy is necessary, especially after all of the stuff that you talked about. If you're putting in all of that work, working as hard as you can to make the relationship work, yeah. After all of that, you're exhausted. It's like, you're like, damn, and you're always going to ask yourself, did I do enough? Is there more I could have done? No. If you keep doing that, you're going to be settling. And now let's talk about the flip side of settling too. That's something let's talk about that. The flip side of settling. I'm laughing because let me put this link up. Yo, hit the link if you wanted to. Remember, it's a Zoom call. Yo, I'm laughing because she said, if you are not on my level, bye. What is your level? I guess it's a 6. If you are not on my level, bye. Now, let's talk about that though. I mean, we have these adult conversations. We're going to be real tonight. Who sets your level? Because, a lot of times, conversations that I've had, a lot of women seem to think that their level is dictated by certain things that men really don't give a shit about. And more often than not, as I've spoken with certain women, they're like, well, hell, I got this, I got that. And I'm like, yeah, most dudes don't care about that. They just want to know, can you cook? Or, are you nice? Are you, the traditional stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's certain things that do matter, and certain levels, I don't disagree with you. You're right. If you're not on that level, then so be it. But, you got to ask yourself, for instance, going back, to my analogy of the house. Yeah, you set the price at $5 million. Okay, your level's $5 million. Cool. However, who's going to pay the price? You can set it whatever you want to, but the person that really and truly matters is the buyer. So you got to ask yourself. But I like what you're saying on my level. It's like on my level 6. I like that. You ain't a 7, 8, 9. I like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on that level, bye. What she's saying there, it seems to be, is like, I ain't settling. And I appreciate that. I really and truly do appreciate that. But let's talk about another aspect of settling down. There comes a point in time where you got to get the hell out the game and settle down. Not settle, meaning, all right, I'm just get with whoever because, I just want to be married. I ain't saying that dumb shit because you're going to end up, like I said, that's going to build resentment because you don't want to be that person, and that person knows that you don't want to be with them. Nobody wants to be your second choice. Nobody wants to be the one that you settled with. You couldn't get with the cheerleader, so you just settled on the book nerd or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be the second choice. However, you do want to settle down. Meaning, I am tired of this dumb shit. I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of all that. And sooner or later, you got to make a choice. Do you want to stay single, or do you want to be, work with the person that's right there that, you quote unquote friend zone? And we're going to do a show on the friend zone. I'm not sure when. Next month is National Kink Month. So yeah, we're going to have fun in the month of October. Woo, cannot wait. Casey Carter, we're going to be talking. Also, any of my people that are into the, lifestyle or alternative stuff, send me an email, send me a DM. We're going, like I said, National Kink Month is going to be interesting. We're going to talk about some stuff. Once again, this is an adult show, so if you shy, this may not be it for you. But if you got your kinks or whatever, we're going to talk about it. This is probably going to be one of them shows where you don't want to have your camera on, but I do want you to call in. I want to know the stuff that turns you on, the stuff that gets your juices flowing. But let's get back on it. Let's on my level is on one. She's like, no, I feel you. Let's talk about settling down. Why is this thing so slow tonight? Good Lord. I know it's raining here in Atlanta, but that shouldn't make a damn bit of difference, is it? Good Lord, everything is dragging ass today. I'm dragging, my damn computer's dragging, system's dragging. How do I sound out there? If I sound good, I'm just saying, let me know. Whew. If you don't want to work, eat, travel, bye. Damn, you might have said something on that one. For sure, bye. I'm saying, I feel you, bye. No doubt, man. Like I said, that was the thought process behind this show right here tonight. You know, I wanted to follow up on what we talked about prior when, you know, as far as, you know, the things that you wanted. But man, this is a small, it's like to get out there and do certain things. It's like, woo, you travel all the way, you know, sat your ass on a plane for 4 hours just to eat McDonald's. Come on. Oh my God, what? Spirit will fly you all over the world and you just want to stay in Atlanta? If you don't want to travel? Oh my God, what? I feel you. Man, let me pin this comment because you might have said something on that one, boy. Oh my God, I'm just saying. Whew. Let's see. It's like, man, it is ooh, you might have said something. You don't, and who, the wife owns a business, right? And when I tell you, it was so difficult to find people that actually wanted to work. And I'm like, you know, you go out to a restaurant and you see all these signs. I don't know if y'all see them. Y'all let me know if it's just me. But you go out and you see signs of, hey, we're looking for work. We're looking for this. We're looking for that. It's like, all these places want to hire. And I get it. We can have the debate as to whether they're paying right or doing all that stuff. That's fine. Sure. So be it. We can have that conversation. But it's like, damn, all these places are looking for people, actively looking for people to come and work, to fill these positions. And you got the audacity, the unmitigated gall to sit your ass up on in the bed and not go to work. And then you're going to go on a job interview smelling like weed. That means you don't want to work, man. Woosah. Makes no damn sense to me. Makes no damn sense to me. On my level, it's not paying for your child support. For sure. Man. Woo. Okay. Let's bring it in. So it's like, it's one of them things, man, where it's let's talk about settling down. All right. We're not going to talk about settling. We're going to talk about settling down a little bit. Meaning you find somebody. In fact, a friend of mine, she just sent a message. She's a woman that, very attractive woman. She can pretty much have whatever dude she wants. And, you know, she brings a lot to the table, as they say. She ain't got, you know, I always mess with her about her job because she basically works from home. So, you know, I'm like, you ain't got no damn job, Tommy. But anyway, she's a very beautiful woman. She can pretty much have any man she wanted. However, what she did was she found a man that is a little bit below average height. That's, you know, he's short. All right. However, he makes her happy as shit. So it's one of those things where she could either be like, hey, he's got to be over 6 feet, 6'2", whatever. Or you could make the decision to be with somebody who makes you happy. You're not settling, well, let me just get with that dude. I know he's short or what. No. Because I can promise you, that dude, he's a grown man. I know the dude, right? He's not somebody that you settle for. You just can't control how tall he is. So therefore, she made the decision to be with the man that makes her happy. And he made the decision to be that man that made her happy. That's not settling. And that's what it takes to settle down. You realize that, you know what? That's who I want to be with. I can have all these pie in the sky ideas of you know, he better be perfect. But last I checked, ain't nobody damn perfect out there. Nobody's perfect. So you can either be alone and demand perfection and keep falling in and out of relationships, or you can make decisions to be like, you know what? Certain things that I thought were important really don't mean shit. I want to be happy, and this person makes me happy. I think there's so many times that when it comes to these relationships, and y'all, just realize something. Y'all, can somebody hit that like button for me, please? Or the dislike? It's like, oh, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna need some help with this. I am trying to build this thing up. I need I need y'all to tweak that algorithm. I need you to tickle it. Speaking of tickling, we're going to talk about that next month too when it comes to the kink conversations that we're going to be having. Hey, y'all make sure you hit the like button. Please like, share, subscribe because, hey, I need this CM show to be big. I need that in my life. I need that. Oh, I need that. Let's see. The comfort zones. You know, we talked about that a while back too. People want to hide in their comfort zone because I honestly think people just don't want to be hurt. And that's why they end up, instead of, you know, they're like, well, I don't want to settle for anything. So they end up being alone and using the fact that, you know, settling as a damn cop-out, when in reality it's not. It really isn't. You just need to learn how to, make a decision and be with somebody that makes you happy. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. Woo. I'm sorry, reading the chat comment right here. Boy, I swear this one right here. Oh, that comment just made my night right there. Damn, that comment really and truly made my night. If you don't want to work, eat good, travel, etc., bye. Y'all, I don't know about what's going on in your lives, but I know for me, and that's for me, a lot of stuff has been going on. A lot of really close people to me, or people close to me, I should say, have been going through a lot. You know, with coronavirus, and a lot of people have been taking their life for, you know, I don't want to say too, you know, use that word because, you know, YouTube doesn't take kindly to that. But it's the truth. A lot of people have been going through a lot of stuff lately, and it's been a tough period of time. And I've been, you know, being that friend to the people I care about. One man, really, really close friend of mine, lost her sister recently, right? Other people have been in the hospital for coronavirus, and, you know, a friend of the wife, he took his own life the other day as well. And it's just a lot of stuff, right? And that's why when this comment that you see on the screen, if you don't want to work, eat good, travel, etc., bye. You shouldn't settle for anything, right? You should not settle for anything. This life, we only have one, and you got to live that shit to the fullest. You got to experience every damn thing that you can in this life. Like I said, try, you know, you go somewhere, you travel, you do something, try something new, try something different. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and be like, you know what, let me try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Cool. But at least you can say you tried it. At least you can say you tried something new, you tried something different, and you may be surprised. Shit, you might like it. Same thing goes for your personal life. There may be something that, you know, is like, hey, you know what? Let me go visit this website. Let me order this product. Let me see what this little flowery thing can do, ladies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, you know? Try something new. Try something different. Live life to the fullest. And don't settle to be with somebody who won't elevate you by pushing you to try new things. Don't settle for somebody that you got to push, pull, drag, kicking and screaming to try something new, to try something different. If you know that you're interested in something, if you know that you like certain things, if you know that you have certain appetites and you know, you want certain things done to you, or you like doing certain things to people, man, don't settle to be with somebody who doesn't want to be in that particular aspect of your lifestyle. No. Embrace that shit and don't settle for anything less than that. It's one of those things where life, like I said, life is too damn short. Spirit will fly you damn near anywhere for what, 50, 60, 70 bucks? Nah, you may not have the best flight. That shit may be uncomfortable. You're going to be sitting straight up the whole flight. But when you get off the plane, go somewhere new, go somewhere different, go try something freaking different. It's 50 states, right? And not to mention Virgin Islands and all that. Mexico's right around the corner. I know it's coronavirus. You got to, get tested, whatever. But get out there and freaking travel. All the restaurants in Atlanta, you can go on TikTok and there's so many different restaurants, these food bloggers, there's so many different things, even within your city. I live in Atlanta. There's always a new restaurant that somebody's talking about. There's always something different, always something new. And if you're settling for anything less than that, you're missing out on life. You're missing out on life. And on my level 6 right here is exactly right. People settle because they don't want to be alone. People settle because they want to be comfortable. People settle because it's uncomfortable having somebody tell you to get your ass up and go to work. Well, it really shouldn't. It should just be natural. But anyway, I digress. People settle because it's easy. It's the easy way out. And there's way more to life than just the dumb shit. There's way more to life. And if you don't embrace this life that you have, this one life, like I said, man, it was heart-wrenching hearing my friend call talking about her, her losing her sister. And it really made me stop and think about just how precious life is. You're not promised tomorrow. So, damn it, if you got today, make the most of it, y'all. Don't settle for anything less than the best. Don't settle for shit. Settle down. Find you that one person that makes you happy. Like I said, my homegirl that, found a dude. Yeah, he may not be, Manute Bowl dunking on folks, but damn it, he makes her happy. They're going to settle down, build something together, travel, have fun, enjoy life. And because you ain't got but one, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Anyway, we're going to wrap this thing up for tonight. Yo, I appreciate each and every one of y'all joining the conversation, y'all. As I said, please make sure, hit that like button. I need all the help and support I get. I need the help, y'all. I need that help. I ain't too proud to beg. I need your help. But for real, though, hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that, people are actually watching the CM show. Oh, shit. Let me put it in front of some more people. Hit the like button, share, tell a friend about it. Next week, I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about. I'm not sure what the conversation is going to be about. But as always, we're going to be talking about love, relationships, marriage, breakups, pain, all of that stuff. That's what we talk about here on the CM show, specifically black love too. So like, share, subscribe. And as always, y'all, stay determined. I will see y'all next time. Thanks for joining. Have a good one.